Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. We're going to continue on the journey for Amber. She wants these 3 trays. These were the ones that came in the Let's Resin 3-tiered stacking tray thing they had out a while ago, and I don't think they have it anymore, and that's too bad because everybody loved that thing. Maybe we can all email them and tell them to bring it back. But we're just going to use the tray molds minus the stand that it used to come with. And these are for Christmas, so we're going to get a little Christmas in here in summertime. And she wanted them marbled. So like I said yesterday, and we were messing around with the clocks, we're going to try it with the glue. She wants the Craftor resin just to make it food safe so she could put cookies on here during her Christmas holiday this year. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to do one at a time just to see if it's going to work before I like mix up 30 ounces of resin and like have to throw it in the garbage. So the first one's going to be red and gold. So I got the Rolio out, and this is a deep red. It's a really pretty Christmas red. 2 mica powders in this one. I want to try that. Then she wants green and silver, so I pulled out the Junjin silver from Eye Candy, and this is the like most Christmassy green that I have, and it's a pigment paste. So we're going to do a pigment and a mica. And then the third one, she wants blue, silver, and gold. So we'll do 3 mica powders in that one and see how it all works. Now, after they're demolded, she wanted some snowflakes. So I grabbed these. I just got these off Amazon, and I think they're going to work great. They're UV DTF stickers. So we'll peel them off, place them, and then we'll have to put a coat of resin over that, which is good because I don't know how the glue affects food grade resin. So since we're going to cover it with a clear coat of resin, there should be no questions about that. So she could place her cookies and whatever that she wants on here. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up 10 ounces of resin. We're going to work on one at a time, and hopefully the marbling comes out just as beautiful as it did on that last clock the other day.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I'm hoping it's 10 ounces. I did go back and watch a video. I didn't measure these, so I split it half and half. And the purpose of the glue is to not let them like combine too much together and make one a new color. So that's why we're doing that, in case you missed the video the other day with the clocks. But I do recommend you go watch that one because I learned a lot. I'm just going to put enough to get it beautiful and opaque red. Yeah, we learned a lot on that clock video. I mean, I was going to make 1 clock and it turned into 3, but there were a lot of lessons learned on there. I'll link it at the very end of the video if you guys want to go watch that. Here is the red, which is really pretty and Christmassy. It's hard to find a good red. This one I found on Amazon. I'll link it for you. I really like this red, and I usually go to this one. I do have some pigment pastes in red as well that are really pretty recently, but I wanted a mica powder today, so that's why I'm using this one. And it's a huge bottle. It's 56 grams. It's really big. I'm just going to make sure it's mixed really well before we add our glue. So I'll let this sit for a minute here and see if any of the powder comes to the surface while we're waiting to put the glue in. And the glue also with the gold, any kind of metallics love to be the center of attention for some reason. And I think that the glue will really help this not be the center of attention and just keep its own little place. This is really pretty. I haven't used this gold yet, I don't think. It's just called gold, and it's by Rolio. It comes in their set. I loved every color. Well, I used it in there. I used it in the Rolio video, but I think that was the only time I used it to show you all the colors in that set. That was a cool video too, if you want to see all the colors and what they look like in resin. We have that one out as well. It's gorgeous. Christmassy all the way. I'm so happy to do Christmas even though it's August. I can't wait till Christmas season and fall season. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year, probably because the colors go really well with my house decor. So I do love doing fall colors. So the red looks good. I'm just gonna let that one sit now while we put the glue in the red and see if we need to remix the gold. So 5 ounces, I'm gonna do 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's really gloopy. So on the Amazon Live last week, somebody asked me the question and I did not realize I was answering wrong. So I want to make it straight because I learned something that day. Somebody said, can you overdo the glue? And I said, no. And I've never heard of anybody overdoing glue. Well, apparently there was a video out somewhere, maybe Ben Works or something like that. Ben's Works, I'm not sure the name of the channel. Somebody said they did an experiment and it flash cured. So yes, you can overdo the glue. Oh, I'm like, that's interesting. I didn't see that. So I guess you can overdo the glue, but I don't understand why you would overdo the glue because it's going to get thick pretty easily with that 1 drop per ounce. So yes, you can overdo the glue, I guess. So don't overdo your glue. There's really no reason to overdo it. So that's why I was like, well, that's crazy. How could you overdo it if you're counting 1 drop per ounce? There's nothing unmixed in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll get this one gooey. I am going to put these through the vacuum chamber because they do have billions of bubbles in them, and you will see them in the end result if you don't put them through the vacuum chamber. If they come up too high, I might have to split these, but I'm going to try them in these cups. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough room, so we may have to vacuum chamber it twice. I don't know yet, but let's go take a look and see what happens.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold.
Here we go. Here goes nothing. I am going to squirt. And then what I did on a clock is I took like this little pencil thingy and I drizzled, because whatever's touching the silicone is what we're going to see first. And I just kind of wanted to get small lines in certain places, and then we'll pour the back. I don't know. I hope this works. Gosh, I don't really want to do 3 of them over again. So that is the red. For now, I will pour. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Gosh, this is thick. And I had just enough room in these cups in that vacuum chamber. Did you notice? Came all the way to the top before it went back down. Get you down there. Get you down there. I mean, it looks like a kindergartner's work at the moment. Let's just hope it doesn't stay like that for the final product. I'm just gonna not even bother wiping off. Let's just do this. It's hard to pour with glue because the glue is so gloopy. And you have to like slice it off. So that's why I wanted to try to drizzle it. And again, it should like stay. It should stay put. I don't know, is this the glitz effect that Don has named after himself? But there's no rhyme or reason. I think that's what he means by glitz effect. Like whatever happens, happens, and that's his effect. I'm gonna try to get this gold down in these little spots so the tray edges have a little bit of gold on there. Let it run down there. And I think I'm going to do this right now. Because whatever happens right now is what we're going to see later on the demold. So we do want like a little bit of swirl marks that wouldn't necessarily be natural with the glue in there, just letting it do its own thing. Now we basically just fill it up. I'm still going to continue on, but whatever is on that first layer is pretty much what the front's going to look like. Have any of you guys tried to do this yet? All you new people, not necessarily with glue, but the glitz effect. I see a lot of pen organizers being done this way on the Facebook group. And do a little more. Like I said, I don't know how the gold is, if it's gonna like take over. And I think I'm just gonna keep swirling just in case it matters. I don't know. Almost gone, so I think 10 ounces was the proper amount. And then we'll scrape the cups. Nice. 10 ounces was great. So hopefully the red and the gold keep their place. And where's my, oh. Let's get this scraped out. It can use the last little drops. So 10 ounces was perfect. I'm just gonna scrape everything out. I think it's just amazing how you could just throw two colors in and then it kind of does its own thing. And something gorgeous comes out the other side. Well, I guess I'm speaking too soon. I could be completely wrong. But on a normal day, that's what will happen. There we go. So I think I'm comfortable with that. So I will go ahead and mix up the next 10. And we'll see what the pigment paste and the mica powder do together, and that's going to be the green and the silver. I did put it on some paper towels so I could slide it out of the way. So if you need to move your stuff on your table, throw some paper towels under it. I will spritz the back with some 99% alcohol. I'm going to keep an eye on it. A couple little bubbles. I don't see any bubbles through the sides, and I see the marbling looks great through those sides. So let's push this one aside, and I will grab more resin. Before you start splitting your resin, don't forget to scrape your sides and your bottom, because when you're scraping with a spatula like this, if you purchase this one, I know a lot of you went and got this one. When you scrape with this, you're getting everything, and then what you notice is it's not mixed. There's a little bit of cloudiness in there after you scrape. So make sure you're scraping your sides and bottom, and then mix it in your cup if you're splitting it before you start, because that can be a problem for you for curing. Oops, I got a little bit on here. Yeah, I noticed how well that scraper does. That's how well the scraper does, is you're getting all the unmixed resin off your sides. So this is, I just opened this one. I haven't used it yet, so I'm just stirring it up. And we'll see how much we need. Shouldn't need too much. And I'm just watching the tray over here to my right, and it's looking really good. It doesn't look like it's like combining, which is exactly what I wanted. I think it's just gonna sit there and behave itself and keep its hands to itself and not combine colors. Hopefully. And then a little bit more. I want a nice opaque green. And then I'll mix it with my stick. I just didn't have something thin to get into that tiny little bottle. Almost there. It's still a little translucent. One more scoop. And that's going to be it. I don't want to overdo it. I'm just going to get it off of this stir stick before I use the big stick. Then we will add some glue. Get the bubbles out. You know the routine. 3 times today. And there was not going to be any extras because it is exactly 10 ounces in this tray. So anytime you have a pigment paste, please, please, please stir it well. Over stirring is better than under stirring, put it that way. I'm going to go ahead and put the glue in since my stick is already green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the silvers and the metallics, I really rather paint them on the mold, but because I'm not an painting artist, I can't get a marble-like paint job on that tray. So mixing it into the resin is not exactly a metallic-y color. It's going to look more of a grayish color. But that's the best that you could do with the metallics, unfortunately. Unless you paint it onto the mold, which we can't do in a marbling effect. Okay, that one's good. Now, this one. Ooh, poofed right out of there. You don't need a lot of the metallics. And these are the floating metallics, so it will look like it's floating. I did order a silver from Dianca Pours, and I'm anxious to see what that looks like. I'm pretty sure hers is going to look like silver because of the artwork that she makes and the silver that she uses on it. I'm pretty sure that might come a little bit closer. Oh, this one looks really nice, I have to say. Maybe I'll compare the two side by side and see if there's any difference once I receive it. I can't wait to receive that box. I ordered so many colors. Someday I will get all of them in her collection, just not all at one time. All right, that looks, oh, why did I just wipe that off? 1, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost forgot the glue. And you know how it will behave in the vacuum chamber, so we'll just pour it right next, and I'll do that off camera. I don't want to keep you here longer than you need to be, but I do like showing all the new people how a vacuum chamber works, which is why I put it on every video, so they know what to expect if they buy one. So I'll go ahead and get that done. I'm just gonna spray like we did before and do the exact same thing. I almost wish I can cure one real quick to make sure it's okay before I do the next one, but I'm going with it. I'm jumping all in. Feet first, is that what they say? Get some down in these edges. Maybe I'll just get a second stick so I don't have to keep wiping one. All right, silver, do me proud. Whoops. That's not exactly what I meant, silver. Get some down there. Get some down there. Come on, it's so gloopy, it's hard to move it. I need some green over here. Let's do some more silver. Before we fill it up. Sorry guys, I'm just concentrating. I am going to do this a little bit. This first layer is so important to me. That's why I like take my time on the first layer. Now, if we were working the other way, like if this was the top, then I would be working much more diligently on the last part of the pour, not the first part of the pour. But I know this is going to be your face, so I don't want to like just dump, put it that way. I'm drizzling, not dumping. But now that it's covered, I can basically start pouring, which is what I'm gonna do. It's hard to control. Like I said, if you've never used glue in your resin, it's very thick and you can't just like stop the flow of it. Because if I dump this whole cup over, it would come out in one glob. So now I'm just going to take turns. Because what's done is done on that front, so now it's the back that we're working on. I'm going to do this every once in a while, just in case it makes a difference. I don't know if it will. I'm kind of anxious to see the outcome. Nothing like jumping in and doing 3 without knowing what's gonna happen, right? Just don't like the globs. Like I said, the gold and the red, well, I take that back. The gold is kind of getting muted, but not horribly. I really hope it's okay on the other side. I wonder if it's because it's 2 mica powders. It's not as defined. I can still see the swirls over here, but I still see gold in the edges, so that's good. Let's pray we have gold in the end. Oops, I keep going over the edge. And then we're just gonna scrape the cups now at this point. Get everything out. What a mess I'm making, wow. Get everything out so we could fill it up. Just throw it anywhere and then stir. That's what I'm gonna do. That's that one. And then the next one is going to be blue, silver, and gold. Okay, that's it. I'm going to swirl, not really swirl because you can't really swirl. See how it's just grabbing like the whole shebang? That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me grab resin. I've got the same gold, the same silver, and the blue that I used is Skyline Blue by Eye Candy. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. It's already been debubbled and mixed. I just saved you all that time. You know what? I'm gonna just try my hardest to get small streams. It's hard because I'm running out of space on my tray here. You know what? Let me just squiggle it around now. see if I could do it this way instead of struggling with the stick. Like that. And then some silver. Kind of got to go high because everything's in my way. Ooh, this one's going to be really pretty. As long as these colors stay separated, it's going to be gorgeous. Let's see, what color? I just kind of look at it and I'm going to move these aside. I'm running out of room. Look at it and see what you're missing, what you want in certain spots. There's really no rhyme or reason. It's just, this is where the art comes in and your creativity and all that good stuff. Let's do that. Hopefully I got some silver down these edges. I don't think I did over here. Get some silver down there. What are we on, gold? I'm trying not to like get impatient and pour. I'm trying just to keep them little pours at a time. That one. Because this does affect the side walls. So if you're just going to do big blobs, you're going to have large blocks of color on the side walls. Then once the side walls are filled, then you can work on what the back will look like. That one. I think I'm going to swirl it again. Not that you will see it, but just in case it affects the front. I am so anxious to see what these look like. I really hope they're gonna be good. This is the last kind of squiggle until we scrape. And then this one. I'm hoping we see the snowflakes on the front. I do want to do that. You can see like the glue pulling when you do that. All right, let's scrape. Let's scrape the blue. What a mess. What a mess. Scrape and then swirl one more time. So pretty, that color. Eye candy's got some gorgeous colors too. I hope you guys are utilizing the discount codes. Especially when you get on these sites and you see all the colors, you end up buying more than you expected. So that's when the discount code comes in handy. Get this out. So where the extras will come into play is when I'm pouring on the top side. I don't really know how much it's going to take in clear resin to coat those snowflakes in. So we may end up with extras in the end. Gosh, I hope this comes out beautiful. Nice. I will clean that in a minute. I'm just gonna help it because it's not going to do this by itself with that glue in there. Spray it with alcohol. Pop those bubbles. Let me move these out of the way and I'll scoot these in if you can see all three of them. That would be great in one shot. What do you think? So you do see the red and the gold, you see the silver and the green, and you see all three colors so far. I'm sure they're going to blend a little bit. And if they blend too much, I think that just tells us to add one extra drop of glue to the mixture before you pour. But I don't even want to say anything like that until... Gosh, I hope there's no bubbles in these sides. We'll worry about that configuration after we unmold these. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heat mat on and we should be unmolding these in a couple hours. I've got company.
Who you have here?
To moderate, or what's the word?
Instruct
me how to unmold. He wants to see the glitter effect because I didn't use the glitz effect.
First, you're going to take your right hand and start peeling away. Then you take your left hand. You're not following my instructions one bit.
You want to do it? I'm happy for you to do it.
No, I'm happy for you. You do it.
Okay.
There you go. Easy now. Easy. Slow.
I don't. I want to see.
Slow. Slow your roll, baby. Let's go. Slow your roll, baby.
You just wanted to get a song in today. That's all. What? No dad jokes? They all liked your dad jokes.
I know, but you make me want to sing.
Oh God.
You make me want to sing.
Okay, let's not. And let's see what we got here. It's sharp. I'm gonna grind it down. Ready?
Go. Do it.
Ooh,
that looks good.
That does look good.
Looks almost like leaves laying in there. That make a nice fall one.
Well, no, it's not for fall. It's for her Christmas cookies. We're putting these on.
Yeah, I see that as fall. The colors and looks like
it was red and gold. Well, I guess red and gold are fall colors, so I do have to give you that.
What you gonna give me?
That.
What's that?
Just that. Just the word.
I think this can be my favorite one. I like this one.
You have a favorite?
I like those colors so far.
Let's see what we got.
Those are worth at least $500 on eBay.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to hear that.
There it is. Oop,
oh my goodness. These are nice, strong molds. Okay, well, the back looks good. Oh,
I like it. That came out really nice.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I think the glue thing is a thing.
We're gonna have to try it again.
This is so cool. That would have not worked if there was no glue in there.
Because you can see here where the glitter... Did you put glitter in this?
No, that was the mica powder and the gold.
Oh.
That one is so pretty. We may have invented... Did anybody ever see anybody use glue and marble before? I don't want to claim something that...
I've been using the glue.
No. I mean, I don't watch other channels, so I don't know. So in my head, I just made it up and it worked. So if some other channels did this first, I give you credit. But I didn't watch ya.
That came out really nice.
I know. I might be gluing a lot of my marbling. I think Mr. Glitz Effect has just turned into Glitter Effect.
Well, ain't glitter. You're not using glitter. You're using glue.
I'm glitter, though. You're glitz.
You'll be glitter glue effect.
The Michelle effect.
Glue glitter. Glitter glue.
These are nice. Let's hope we got one more. Are you ready?
Ta-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah. The colors stay separated with the glue, and they don't make a new color. Oh, I think she's going to like these.
That one especially, that came out really nice. I like it.
Now I have to put, I almost don't want to, but she wants snowflakes in them. Man, those are nice.
Don't do it. Don't.
I gotta do it.
No.
And guess what? There's no bubbles at all around the edges. These are gorgeous. So we're gonna take the grinder.
Definitely got to grind them down.
Yeah, I'm gonna grind them down. And if you haven't seen the grinder yet.
Nope, just joking.
Yeah. I'll put you on a little fast forward for the grinding and the placement of the stickers.
Wow, that came out really pretty.
I know! That is so cool.
You can see it lifted the powder. It's like raised. Is that from the glue? It almost looks like
No, I think it just dropped.
it looks good like that though. It looks like it's
I like these like vein lines. All these cool vein lines it makes.
now I gotta try to
No, he's got to try the
I'm gonna do 2 trays
2 trays.
of my color and see what happens. Not the glitz effect, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in it and try it.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get these ground down. Let me get these stickers on, and we'll go from there.
Swirling colors in a sea of glass. A little glue, it turns to sass. She found the trick, the hidden key. Now marbling's a masterpiece. So can't you see? Stir it slow, watch it flow. Secrets only she would know. Glue and resin, the magic begins. A dance of shades. Where do I begin? Michelle's amazed, her eyes aglow. Marble magic, let it show. Clouds of pink, a streak of gold. Stories in resin untold. Bold the pour, the swirl, the artist's touch. Who knew that glue could do so much? Alchemy of craft, her glittery grin. Taking the ordinary, spinning it in. Gorgeous marbling, it steals the light. Michelle's creation, pure delight. Glue and resin, the magic begins. A dance of shades, where do I begin? Michelle's amazed, her eyes aglow. Marble magic, let it show. Glue and resin, the magic begins. A dance of shades, where do I begin? Michelle's amazed, her eyes aglow. Marble magic, let it show. Michelle's amazed, her eyes aglow. Marble magic, let it show. Let it show.
What do you think? I think they're so cute. These stickers went on like a dream, like on, off. They were UV DTF stickers, so they had the 2 sides. So you peel off the paper, you put the sticker on, and then you peel off the plastic off the top, kind of like a Cricut thing. And they went on like a dream. So I mixed up 7 ounces of the food safe resin. I added the tiniest bit of crushed crystal, like literally 10 little drops, and then I mixed it in with the mixer. So there's just the slightest, because I didn't get permission, so I kind of did it by myself. So I didn't want to go like overpowering it. So I'm thinking probably 2 ounces each. I don't know. We're going to find out here. So I'm just going to put it on. I didn't put it through the vacuum chamber because it's going to be such a thin coat of resin. But you want it thick enough that it's not going to like pull away from the sides or anything. Let me just move it around with a silicone stick. This way everything is secured in there forever. There's no glue touching the cookies other than the sides of the tray, which honestly the glue says non-toxics as well, so I don't think there's going to be an issue. Just put a little bit more, and before I use up, oh, it's not even over here yet, if there is any extra, I just want to stand back and look at it for a couple minutes and make sure everything got covered. Nothing is pulling away before I use up extra, if there's extra. I don't know if there is. Let me see what I used. What do I have left? Whoops. Hang on a second. What do I got left? I have 5.5. So I took 1.5 ounces, so I should have extra. Spritz it with alcohol and move to the next one. I hope she likes them. There's just like the slightest hint of sparkle in there. It's definitely not overpowering. I didn't want to make it like too sparkly because the rest of it isn't the same. And then all we got to do is let this cure, and that's it. I'm just going to move it to the sides here. I might need a little more in this one because it's not flowing by itself to the sides, so. There. There's like a little bit of surface tension on these edges. I'm just trying to break that so we have a nice clean line. That looks good. Beautiful. Spritz it and then move to the last one. Let me move these over here. One more. Maybe I'll just do it this way again. What do you guys think of the new marbling? Do you like it? I'm in love with it. I can't believe I didn't try this before. I never ever dreamed it was gonna work. So that's what you get for assuming something without trying it. So I apologize to everybody that ever commented to put glue in it because I was like, nope, that won't work. I was wrong. Very wrong. I wonder if you guys ever tried it. And if you did, show us some pictures on the Facebook group so we can see what yours looks like. Or if you do try it, share your pictures on the Facebook group so we can all see how it turned out. That looks good. I don't want to put too much. I got 1.5 ounces left. So we will make something out of that. I'm just going to let that settle for a couple of minutes. Make sure it's sitting flat. And before I use that extra, I'm just going to make sure nothing's going to separate for a few minutes. I took the leftover because I didn't really need any more. It's been sitting for a while. It looks pretty good. And I mixed in the Nebula, which is a beautiful blue shimmery mica powder from Dianca Pours. I'm just going to fill in these pendants since I'm running low on them. And then I pulled out a pendant mold that was made for me, so I cannot link that one. And then I have this shaker turtle if there's any left. So I'm not sure how far 1.5 ounces will go. But these are the water ripple pendants that I love so much from Into Resin. Whoops. And you do have to fill them all the way if you don't want to trim. And this one. So I got you a couple extras today anyway. I'm so happy about these trays. Now let's just hope nothing happens to this top coat. This one I'm going to put in because this looks like she made the crystal mold by herself with some gemstones. So I just want to get them in all those little facets before I fill it. And then I do have some left for this little turtle dude. I'm gonna fill it. I don't want to go all the way. I kind of like that clear back portion that I'll fill with like UV resin, so you can see the shaker part from the top and the bottom. If it lets me stop right there. Fill in the tail. And then I'll just go over that with UV resin. Let me just spritz all this. And I have enough for one more. I could do 2 turtles. So we're gonna let this cure. I am not turning my heat mat on right away because sometimes with a thin layer like that and stickers, it can get messed up. It can like wrinkle. So you don't really want to heat it if you don't have to. So maybe in a few hours when this gets really firm, then I might turn it on to finish it off, but I think I'm just gonna let it cure naturally. Still have enough for something else. So we'll put a couple shakers together as soon as everything's demolded. Oh, I don't want to hold it over my tray. That's it. That's all that's gonna hold before we get the clear in. And got a little left. I'll figure out something to do with it and I'll surprise you on demold. Everything is ready to come out, but we have some happy mail today. This is from Kathy with 2 E's. Kathy Leroy sent Don some dry mouth lozenges. Thank you so much. He's going to try these and see how they work. And then I received Kathy Anderson. She sent me a gift from my wish list. I can't wait to try. It says, I love watching everything you make and have learned so much from you. Thought it was time to give something back to you. Kathy Anderson, also known as Nana Cat. And she bought me the molds. I started putting Christmas stuff on the wish list because I am prepping to get ready to do Christmas stuff here very soon. And these are cute little boots. Aren't they adorbs? So there's like 1,000 different ways you could do, and there's 2 of them in the package. So we have little boot molds, and they're shiny, and they're going to be so cute. I can't wait to do them. Thank you, Kathy. I'm so excited to do them. I'm probably going to wait a little bit to start doing Christmas ones. I'll probably start doing fall first here in the very near future, and then I'm going to move into Christmas. But early enough to where you guys can get molds and still do them and make them for Christmas. So let's do the extras. This is the pendant that was sent to me. Look at that sparkle in there. Isn't it pretty? All I'm gonna do is trim it, of course, and then put a flat back bail on there. And then these are the water ripples that I love so much. Look at the color. So we'll put flat back bails on these. There's 4 different shapes, 2 of each shape in this mold. And you could definitely do them as a water ripple, but they're kind of small. That's why I don't bother. I like to just pour my extras in here But you can definitely fill them up with clear, let them cure, put your color on the back, and then back them with black or white or whatever to get the full effect of the water ripple. But I just like to make them into pendants on my end. Now with the rest that I had left over, I just filled up this butterfly mold. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty, even though it's matte mold. I'm gonna highlight it with some silver, some pink rhinestones, and we'll get that finished off. Oh, I meant to do this. I forgot to do that. I'm going to pour the backs with some UV resin, trying very carefully not to touch this. And then I'm gonna cure them both under the light. And then we're gonna fill up the shakers. And I will show you the trays are amazing. They look great. Just want to fill these up. I probably should have done this prior to. So if you want the backs clear, you don't have to use UV resin. You can use epoxy. You just have to wait a little longer to get it to cure. I'm just going to push it everywhere. I domed that pretty good, that's for sure. Get your bubbles out. And then I'm going to put it under the UV light. Grab that. And while that's curing, we can do some of that stuff. So we'll put 5 minutes on there, even though it probably doesn't need 5 minutes. So here's the trays. If you can see, I don't know if you could see, there's just a hint of the sparkle in there, just the perfect amount, so it's not overpowering anything. So this is the red and gold, which did combine kind of to make a little bit of an orangey color, so I don't know. I hope she likes it. I don't know if I can stop it any more than I did with the glue. So there's that one. Here's the green and the silver. What do you think about those stickers in there? You like them? I think they're really pretty and festive and a little tiny sparkle. So that's that one, and then the blue, gold, and silver is so pretty. I just love the veining that you get with the glue in it. It is so unique. I don't know. I really, really like them. I hope Amber likes them. So while we wait for those to cure, I'm going to take my marker. This is my silver chrome, one of my favorite ones actually. And all I do is kind of highlight the tips of the flowers. I mean, I don't like spend a lot of time doing it. I just kind of, whatever the pen hits is what's getting it. Just the high points. I don't like make sure I'm painting certain spots or other spots. So that's all I do with that. And then I have my pink rhinestones right here. I'm just going to move that here, grab some glue, and I just go into the biggest flowers. I'll usually do the ends. I'll stick a little drop of glue in. And this is the stringy glue. I hate these strings that it leaves me. And then just pop a rhinestone in them to dry. Oops. You always have to rub the tip of your pen off, their wax pencil, because it has glue on from the last time. And just pop them wherever you want them. I'm going to put one here and here. It's hard to remember where you put them. That's why I only do a couple at a time, especially because you can't see the glue because it's clear. And that just gives it a little sparkle on top of it. That one, oh, that string drives me nuts. That one. And we'll do a couple more. That one. That one, and we'll do one more, 3 more. I probably won't put a magnet on the back of this one because it's so thick. mean, I guess you can if you have a strong magnet, but sometimes people want to just like put them on their desk, and I think it'll stand up like this on a flat surface. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it will. It does, but it might fall over pretty easily. So I will trim the back of that when they're dry. I should have done it first, and I did not. So that is how I finish those off. And then as soon as these shakers can come out, we're gonna go ahead and finish the shakers together. They are ready to come out. So we will go ahead and finish these off. I'll glue the flat back bales on after the fact. I think they're cured. Let me cure it just from this side, just in case. I don't think it's sticky. And I pulled out a dryer sheet so we don't get any static on the inside of these. Let me just cure that for a few seconds. And just rub the static sheet on the inside. That way, well, I pulled out a couple of little glitters to put on the inside of them. I made 2 shells earlier. Got my glue. I have some little bubble beads. And we're going to put those in there in just a second. I don't think they're sticky or anything. This should be good. Let me shut the light off. So I'm just going to rub this on the inside of here so we don't get static. It's just a dryer sheet, that's it. And hopefully, I'm going to do, where's those tiny little, here they are, little tiny spoons. This is like a iridescent shard, glitter shard. And I thought I would pair that with these tiny little flowers. And maybe some of that star glitter. I don't know. You can put whatever you want in there, I guess. It's better if you don't fill it too high. That way it actually will shake. Let me see if I can mix that up and see what it looks like. I want to see the glitter for sure, which I need a little bit more of. Let's leave it like that. I think I got these at Michael's. If you're wondering, in the resin department, they have a whole bunch of inclusions. That'll be good for that one. Then you can see it from the top and the bottom. This one, I'm just going to, I guess I didn't need any dryer sheet in that one if I'm just going to fill it with beads. These are glass beads. I don't know if that's the right color, but I'm going with it. Maybe I'll put a butterfly. I usually put a butterfly on top. Let me pick one out. What color? Dark blue? I don't really dig through them. I just kind of go by what's on top. Or what do we have in here? We have purple. I don't think you're going to see neither one of those. How about mauve? We'll use this one. It has like a bad wing and you won't be able to tell through the shaker shell. All I do is put a bead of glue. Let me move this stuff. A bead of glue around the edge of the shell and put it on and set it aside until it's completely dry. Thinking about getting the big, huge one that they have for the next month of Into Resin Molds, because you could do so much with it. I don't know. I haven't thought about what I'm going to do for the next month yet, but I need to. Just put one ring around whichever glue that you guys like. And then set it on top. Now I noticed on the bigger one, the shell sits on the inside. This one sits on the outside edge. You don't really have to make the other one like a shaker or anything, because it's huge. I think it's the size of your hand. It's really, really big. But you can, if you wanted to. You can even use it like a jar or something. But yeah, I think I might get that one on the next round. So I'm just gonna glue some bales on that. That's it. You saw the trays already. I think you saw everything. That's it for today, guys. You ended up with a few extras in the end. Let me know what you think about that glue trick and the marbling. Do you like it better? Does it look the same to you? I think it looks a little different. We might have to experiment with that a little bit more in the very near future. I'm pretty sure Don wants to. So I'll get you pictures up close so you could see them a little bit better. Thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and